And so it's like, you buy a house, you get a mortgage, you're gonna work to survive, you're gonna work until you die.
Vicky here at Download Festival, and I'm with the guys from Teen Mortgage. How's it going?
It's going. Yeah.
Do you have any particular lyrical themes?
Yeah, I mean, we have many lyrical themes, yes. Our band name Teen Mortgage, it refers to, mortgage means death pledge in Latin. And so it's like, you buy a house, you get a mortgage, you're gonna work to survive, you're gonna work until you die, right? Like you're pledging until your death, I'm gonna pay for this house. So like, our thing is just like, fuck it, let's have a good time.
Yeah, wow, I've never actually thought about what that word represents in that much detail. That's quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, mortgage is a horribly ugly word.
Yeah. So teen mortgage.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like, everyone's in debt, right? Everything's like on a credit card. Like you come out of school and it's like, I gotta get a car loan, I gotta get a phone loan, I gotta go to college and get a loan, I gotta pay rent, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like from you're 18, you're just doing that mortgage, that death pledge.
This is something I've been thinking about recently, and I feel like so many people's creativity is dimmed down by life.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
how can people try and get away from that?
Get stoned at your job, call in sick, just like leverage your labor in a smart way, and just like don't take no for an answer, don't let the bastards get you down.
Yeah. I mean, you can actually have usually a week off paid. You might as well, if you haven't taken those days and you need a creative day, you can cash in on that day.
Totally. And we live in the US, and we don't get as many holiday days as they do in the UK or in Europe, and so we're a little more like hip to that, you know what I mean? Like, and we're just trying to let, if you're a young person and you're going through it, and like we're just trying to let you know, like it's not you're not a lazy person. It's the system working as intended to grind you down.
Have you ever found yourselves using AI for anything?
No, fuck AI. Fuck AI.
Not even tested it?
Nah, I'll go on Google and it'll like give me the search results. Yeah. I'll be honest, like that's because it like makes you complacent because you're like lazy, you know what I mean? You're just like, well, it's gonna tell me whatever, like okay, cool. But like anybody, like if you use that like image generators and stuff like that, like that is, I just think that is the most like shitty, dumbest thing ever, and it uses all this energy that we shouldn't be using. And if you're like a real person, then you shouldn't use it.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it does kill creativity a little bit, but I do think there's a way to use it as a tool.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I think it's a double-edged sword, and I personally just don't think it's cool.
Fair. The Reaper in your music videos, who is this guy? What's he represent?
He's kind of a rude little dude, you know what I mean? He's kind of like Bart Simpson or something, in my opinion. He's just like cheeky.
Yeah.
He's just, he's the angel of death, and he's just there to like be like mischievous and cause havoc and have a good time.
I watched quite a few of your music videos, and I was just thinking this is fabulously creative, but I just so want to know what the inner workings of your brain is like.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like it kind of goes back to in the 1980s with the Satanic Panic, and when heavy metal, was like the biggest genre in the world, and the Christians got like really upset with that, and so we're just kind of leaning into that a little bit, and but like I said, he's like, it's just like, it's just fun. It's not really just that deep, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just heavy metal, like good times.
How was your set at Download Festival?
So sick. The crowd was like, more familiar with the songs than I would have thought, and the pit was great, and they knew they stood on business.
What was the energy like out there?
It was hyped. It was we played for 25 minutes, so it was like a really short set, and we just blasted through them, and the crowd were, we had them doing cardio.
What sort of cardio?
Running around in a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do a circle pit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you ever been a Wall of Death band or not yet?
Yeah, we've had it a couple times. You never like. I feel like because it's like a camp counselor situation. You're like, all right, guys, you get over this side. You know, like I don't want to do all that. We just let them do what they want.
I said it's kind of like when you're at like a wedding and they pull out like the electric slide or something like that. It's like, all right, everybody to the left.
Yeah.
Everybody to the right. Now cha-cha.
Yeah.
That sounds more fun, actually.
Yeah, we should have just cha-cha'd instead for show.
Yeah.
We got the row a couple festivals back.
Yeah, they were all sat. It was like raining a little bit too, and they all sat down in the mud and got to business.
Yeah. If you could describe your band in an object, an emoji, and a sound, which would you pick?
Easily the devil emoji smiling. Yeah, that's our album's called Devil Ultrasonic Dream, and that's it. It's just a devil, and he's like, hey, let's go. Object, weed.
I mean, technically
Yeah.
that's an object. I think.
Yeah, that's cannabis.
And a sound?
Sound. Free Palestine.
Well, what's next for Teen Mortgage after Download?
We're doing 2 headlines. We're doing Bristol, and then we're doing London, and then we're going to do a couple more festivals, and then after that we're going to open for Descendants in America, and then after that we're going to do CBGB Fest in New York.
We also got some shows with Weezer and Bad Nerves coming up. Yeah.
Shouts out Bad
couple in
Nerves.
the UK, one in Copenhagen. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Any new music at any point, or?
We're going to have a Christmas song coming out. As I said before, we just put an album out called Devil Ultrasonic Dream on Roadrunner Records. It's the best album you'll ever hear in your life, so go listen to it.
Cool. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.